Great day, great life, great now, everyone. Beautiful Vibrillionaire Soul Mirrors. Beautiful Vibrillionaire Soul family, loving, living the Vibrillionaire Soul lifestyle. Thank you for being the transformation that you wish to see in the world by embodying the transformation within you. Blessings to each and every single one of you. It's a very short, quick, special video that wanted to share really briefly because, excuse me, I'm taking action on my part that I've seen a lot of, this might be a little bit of an activation for some people because I see a lot of people posting about what's going on in the world and all these different things. And I wanted to do my part because if you notice on our page, we don't post anything about one side or the other because we desire to just reawaken, we desire to reawaken the human soul. So if that is what you desire, is to live your freedom, is to experience more love in your life, to experience more aliveness in your life. And let me just tell you, it's not based on any conditions or any circumstances or any material, degree of status or possession. I live more freer than ever now. And that's what I want to share with you today because, number one, I'm starting a group that I don't post those things online, but I'm going to start a group where we're going to take the situations of the world, and for those that are ready and desire to mature through this process, instead of picking one side or another, this is what Samadhi is about. And as I say that, please don't think that I'm judging one side or another. I love both sides because they're both seen from their own lenses of their own perspectives. So they're only going to see a certain side of their truth. And no matter how beautiful or great the truth is, it's still judgment of one side or the other. So my question is, are you free? Are you truly, truly free? Or are you living in the reactive state of one experience, one situation to the next? And my question is, what are you waiting for? Because really, what I wanted to ask is, what is the price of your freedom? What is the price of your freedom? And I'm not talking about, the freedom that, is superficial. I'm talking the freedom that is within you, inherently within you. That since the birth of your life, you were free to choose. You just got affected by your environment, your parents, your family, your society, your school, your church, your surroundings. So what are you waiting for? Because really what you're waiting for is you. And I know all of us want to experience our inner freedom. That's why we do so many different things, because we truly just want to be free. So sometimes we use our power over others. Sometimes we lessen our sensation to life within us, and we think somebody else knows more than us. And we believe what they say instead of believing and really internalizing what is speaking through us. So in order to live this freedom that's already inherently within you, we got to drop the duality. Because the minute that I judge duality, the minute that I judge myself, and even deeper, I go into my own prison. Meaning the prison of anger, the prison of sadness, the prison of reactiveness, the prison of judgment, the prison of gossip. Talking about others so I can be better feeling of myself that my problems aren't that big. So let me talk about other people's problems. There's so many different ways that we do this. And even we go to the extent of, trying to stimulate it with external, experiences, even drugs. So you're not going to see me post about, one nature or another of duality. This is what you're going to see, and this is what you're going to hear. And my intention is for you to feel the aliveness of you. So you can live freely and love alive and here now, not tomorrow. So if you are ready, if you are truly, truly ready because you're watching this video, that's a clue to experience this freedom, to embody this freedom, and really gain the time-tested results of the freedom of now, not just within myself, but within our students and within our ancestors. They really died for their freedom. They gave their lives for their freedom. And now you don't have to give your physical life, but you need to give up your psychological life of your old stories, your old patterns, your old beliefs. And it's not easy, but it's simple. And that's why I want to offer, Samadhi to you. Because if you can have x-ray glasses and you can see vibrationally, you would see that I live more free, more alive, more in love than ever before. And it just gets even sweeter and greater each and every day. And it's not based on the circumstances, conditions, and events that are happening around me. That doesn't hinder my freedom. And so many people are going deeper in bondage, deeper in judgment, deeper in enslavement, deeper in thicker chains, psychological chains that they're waiting for somebody else to break. They're waiting for a savior to break. They're waiting for a God to come outside and just break their chains. And I mean this with all due love and respect. We're going to wait forever because we were given a brain and a heart and intelligence and wisdom to utilize that within ourselves. So if one, you're ready to take the Samadhi Life Method journey, let's talk and let's get started. Number two, if you're ready to join a collective group of a collective conscious collaboration that we're stopping the duality of who's right or who's wrong or these things, and we're going to use our maturity of consciousness so we can embody the unity of loving everyone and everything where it's at, then please, let's talk. Because we need one another. And this group is going to be dynamic. And this group is going to be on a whole nother level. And I mean this without thinking that, I'm better or lesser, but on a whole nother level of maturity. Because I see so many people post, no matter how justified they are, but if you read those posts and you give attention to those posts, and they're causing anger, they're causing, feeling sorry for one another, feeling disempowered that there's nothing you can do, then you are perpetuating that existence. You're perpetuating that frequency. And you're forgetting that you are vibration, not just frequency. That you can transmute frequency within yourself. So, if that sounds something like you're ready to dive into and get started, let's have a conversation. And let's get started because you are so free. You are so free. You are so free, beloveds, to live now. That if you're getting the results that are contrary to that truth, then let's talk. Let's have a conversation. And let's see what we can do together. What do you got to lose? Actually, you got everything to lose. And you already know the rest of that. You can lose your stress, the stress. You can lose the guilt. You can lose the resentment. You can lose the anger towards yourself or others. You can lose the sadness toward yourself or others. You can use the poor me story, the victim story for yourself and others. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. And I'm ready for those of you that are ready so we can do this together. And either join on a private, one-on-one experience or join in a collective experience so we can do this together. And yes, I'm starting a men's group, and this men's group is focused on that. But I'm also starting a group where we can do this together, men and women. We can set aside our judgments of, what a man is to be, what a woman is to be. And let's come as a soul is to be. Let's do this together. Thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your now. And remember the message from this morning. And join us in 7 minutes within now every Monday through Saturday. 6:30, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain English, 5:50 Pacific, 6:50 Arizona Mountain Standard Time Spanish, so that we could truly be the transformation that we wish to see in the world, that we've been praying to see in the world, that we've been meditating to see in the world. Let's embody that. Let's exemplify that. Let's leave a legacy. It's time to stop playing small, because you were not born to play small. You were not born to hide who you are. You were not born to turn the other cheek and let somebody else take care of the problem. Let somebody else transform their life. You were born to do it all, beloveds. And in that, the side effects is unconditional love like you can't even imagine. Being more responsive than reactive in your life. Being more conscious than unconscious. Being more intentional than accidental. Being more present than asleep. Being more awake than more alive than psychologically dying. So thank you, everyone. I love you all. Let's get started. What are you waiting for? Let's do it. Namaste. Vanessa, I didn't see you there. Beautiful message this morning. I love you. I love you too, Vanessa. Yea, I want to love and accept all, but nay, I also run to live in a forest and leave the society and humanity as we know it behind. Also want to run. Let's have a talk, Vanessa, because I also wanted to run. And you can choose to experience whatever you want to experience. And like I said, I'm not here to tell people what to do. However, if our intention is to run, then what our intention is going to manifest that intention of running. And no matter where we run, whether it's in a forest or in nature, I mean, I've literally met people that have these beautiful, like, $1 million ranches. And I mean, they have all the things that you think that they would desire to be happy. And I met even some spiritual people that they're still in this judgmental state. And it's like, we think nature is going to be the answer. And nature is a beautiful mirror. But a cave is not going to free us. And I believe that, you know, for those that are doing the work, I honor you. But I'm not going to run because the world needs, as egotistical as this sounds, the world within me needs me now. And you can reflect that. We can reflect that to the world outside needs me now. Because I needed someone. I needed someone to, you know, either in a dark or a dark or a light state, reflect the need that I needed for myself because they let me down. See, that's what happened in my spiritual journey. One of my greatest spiritual teachers disrespected me in front of everyone and disrespected my practice. And the soul within me said, you are the truth. And I needed that wake-up call because I felt so offended. I felt so beat down that I woke up. That's a whole other story. But my point is this, that no matter where we run to, no matter where we look for, that we are the one. We are the one. So Vanessa, let's have a conversation because, you know, if you're going to do that, awesome. But let's make sure that's truly what you want to do inside your soul, because wherever we go, there we are. And yeah, let's have a conversation because, you know, people leave a city to go to another city. They leave, you know, their husbands or their boyfriends or girlfriends or wives, and they start another relationship or they start another venture, and they just repeat the same patterns. They repeat the same patterns. And what I've discovered in my own life, it's if we don't transform the blueprint, the structure of the identity, the persona of who we think we are, then that structure is going to follow us wherever we go. It's when we eradicate and we destroy and we annihilate the foundation and we build a new foundation, which is a greater foundation, which is the true foundation that is within us all, we will build a glorious temple. Because there's so many people building glorious, illusory temples from a weak and very illusory foundation, a very fragile foundation. And the more that they build, the heavier that structure gets. And the heavier that structure gets, and on a weak foundation it could teeter-totter and fall, or it could just crumble on its own weight. And when we talk about foundation, which I'm going to go into this later because on tomorrow Nature's Inner Gathering, and let me know if you'd like to be a guest, Vanessa, not a guest, but an honored speaker, an honored mirror of nature, so we can share about Mother Nature. But tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the temperaments of what's going on now. That's why so many holidays in the winter season is because it's a distraction from us to remember who we are. And purposefully, because beautiful, because, you know, physically they do a lot, but on a soul level, it causes a lot of people to not do their spiritual work, not really reflect, not really, because they're wanting to move this energy outside, because the energy is very hindered during the winter. If you look at our trees, if you look at our animals, they all hibernate. They're all in the very relaxation state. So that's a whole nother talk for a whole nother day. However, nature's a mirror. It's also mirroring to come back to ourselves. And nature can't do that for us. Assist us with that. It could be a pointer, but it is not the go-to. And what I mean by it's not the go-to, because I love, you know, guiding people back to nature. But the question is, like my wife so lovingly, beautifully said, is what is your nature? Because your nature is affecting Mother Nature. We are the guardians and the stewards of this planet, and we are given the gift of awakening so we can mature and alchemize light or dark, good and bad, masculine and feminine, and marry ourselves to the oneness that we are. So, let me see. I don't see any more comments. If any, Vanessa, do you have anything else? Well, let's talk. Let's get on a call. I really, really appreciate you, Vanessa. I love you. I just love your essence, and I look forward to physically getting to hug you and meet you. But in the meantime, getting to be on a call and getting to know you and feel you on a physical level even better, because on a spiritual level, we know one another. Thank you so much, everyone. If there's nothing nobody else has to say, remember, the price of your freedom. Listen to this very closely. The price of your freedom. The price of your freedom in your freedom of your world. So don't fall for the illusions, thinking that freedom is going to come someday. You're going to experience love someday. You're going to experience a greater life someday. Because you can have the cars, you can have the yachts, you can have, you know, the different businesses succeeding in all kinds of different ways. You can have the greatest health. You can have the greatest people surrounding you. But if you neglected to build the habit of loving you when it was inconvenient, when it was challenging, when it was resistant, when you have all that, it's going to be much harder, and it's going to be much more of a weight, because now you're going to have all that and you're going to be like, dang. So now you're going to have to rewire all that programming to say, how can I be happy even though I have all this that doesn't fulfill me? So start where you are today. And like I said, if you desire to start on the Samadhi life journey, and let us know what your situation is. We'll work with whatever way we can work with you. Because we want to help, not we want to. We are intentionally here to help humanity. We're not here to play around. We're here to play, but seriously do the work. Presently do the work. Intentionally do the work. So thank you so much, everyone. Let us know if you'd like to dive deep within the Samadhi life journey, the Samadhi life method, and let me know if you'd like to be a part of that collective, conscious, collaborative group, so we can take the gifts of awakening, so that we can mature consciously together, so we can conversate about the dualistic natures of what's going on outside of us, but really find the solutions, the unity, the unconditional love within all of it, and we can transform one another. It's going to be powerful. Actually, it is powerful, because I've already been doing this with our students. So if you're ready, because you are ready, if you're listening to this message, you are ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Message me. Let's get started. And I'm gonna hound this. I'm gonna repeat this, and I'm gonna shout this to the rooftops until my last breath. Because I desire for you to enroll yourself so that you can be the transformation that you wish to see in the world, because I know that that's my intention for you. And that's my intention for myself, and that's why it's my intention for you. So no matter how much we try to help the world in the physical sense, it's never going to be good enough, as much as it can be if we're neglecting ourselves. Thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you, Vanessa. Blessings, beautiful mirror. Thank you, thank you, thank you.